Rawteur. If you're a Dexter fan, this one probably hurt. First, you hear there's a prequel, Original Sin. A young Dexter in 90s Miami, Christian Slater's gonna play Harry. I mean, it even got renewed for season 2 before a single episode aired. I mean, Paramount wanted this as their franchise cornerstone, their stay subscribed bait. But I knew when the Paramount Skydance merger closed, all bets were off for Paramount programming. Sure enough, overnight, Original Sin went from a sure thing to dead project, canceled before it even started, replaced by yet another sequel with Michael C. Hall. If you felt whiplash, you're not alone, but this wasn't just a creative pivot. It was the Paramount Skydance merger flexing its muscles, and Original Sin was merely collateral damage. Here's the thing about corporate takeovers. They don't just buy shows, they buy debt. They inherit overhead. They inherit a slate of projects that suddenly need to justify their existence. And David Ellison's Skydance didn't come in to play curator. They came in with a mandate. Cut costs, boot returns, streamline everything. That's merger math. And Original Sin didn't add up. It had a new cast, a period setting, expensive production design, and 90s Miami. I mean, for the production, yeah, again, that was expensive. And of course, a story that, let's be honest, we already know the ending to. Of course, it had potential, sure, but potential doesn't pay down debt. See, Resurrection, on the other hand, is a safer bet. Michael C. Hall is Dexter. Fans trust him. He's a proven draw, and most importantly, he already delivered. Dexter New Blood broke Showtime records with 8 million viewers for the premiere. There was massive social media buzz, so even with a controversial ending, it proved the character still sells. So put yourself in Skydance's shoes. Do you gamble on a risky prequel with an unknown lead, with support from Christian Slater, or do you double down on the star who's already printing money? Right? This wasn't a creative call. This was a spreadsheet call. And here's the brutal truth that I discuss with you all time and time again on this channel. Nostalgia is cheaper than risk. Why spend millions marketing Patrick Gibson when one trailer of Michael C. Hall whispering, "I'm back," does the job? Fans, of course, are divided. On one side, the diehards, the ones who wanted to see young Dexter's journey, they're signing petitions, raging on forums, and mourning the story that could have been. On the other side, remember to clap the like button so that future updates hit your feed first. The broader audience, the millions who tuned in for New Blood, they don't care about Dexter's teenage years. They want more of the dark monologues. They want ritual kills, the adult Dexter they already know. Now, guess which group is bigger? You see, passionate fans, they make noise, a lot of noise. But casual fans, they pay the bills. I mean, it's cold, but the math is clear. When it comes to the money, launching a prequel means educating your audience. New cast, new era, new visual style. That means millions in marketing dollars just to convince people this is still the same Dexter they love. Compare that to Resurrection. You don't need to explain anything. Michael C. Hall is the ad campaign. One teaser of him sharpening knives in voiceover, and Showtime has their ROI locked in. See, that's more than just strategy. That's survival in the age of streaming wars. It's the smarter play, and it's not unique. See, Hollywood knows nostalgia is the cheapest marketing tool they've got, and Dexter just became another example. Here's the other layer nobody talks about. Studios aren't just counting dollars, they're counting audience types. You've got the lore fans, the ones who want backstory, mythology, world building. That's the Original Sin crowd, right? And then you've got the casuals, the ones who just want the familiar rhythm, the inner monologue, the kills, right? Studios always bet on the casuals because they outnumber the diehards 10-1. I mean, we've seen it before. Take The Sopranos. Hardcore fans were curious about a prequel like Many Saints of Newark, but the broader audience, they just wanted Tony back, and without him, the movie fizzled. I mean, look at Game of Thrones. A chunk of fans swore they were done after the finale, But bring in House of Dragon, familiar bloodlines, familiar politics, and suddenly millions came back. Familiarity beats fresh every time. I mean, even take Breaking Bad. A prequel like Better Call Saul worked because Saul Goodman was already a fan favorite. But would people have shown up for young Walter White in grad school? Probably not, right? See, Dexter's playing out the exact same equation. And that brings us back to the merger, because Dexter isn't an isolated case. See, when Disney bought Fox, dozens of projects vanished overnight. Warner Brothers Discovery scrapped entire films, including a nearly finished Batgirl, just to clean the books. Netflix, they killed Glow, they killed 1899, even fan favorite hits, because the subscriber math didn't check out. Every merger creates the same pattern. Risky or experimental projects die first. Proven IP, those survive. Original Sin wasn't bad. It wasn't even given the chance to be bad, right? It was just risky. And in a post-merger world, risk is the first thing on the chopping block. See, Hollywood is no longer in the business of chasing ideas. It's chasing guarantees. And everyone knows it. But ironically, the original Dexter wouldn't even get greenlit today. Think about it. A prestige drama about a serial killer who only kills bad guys? That's not an IP. That's not a spin-off. That's a great idea, right? And ideas are what Hollywood is running away from right now. So when fans ask, why did Original Sin get canceled? The real answer is chilling. It's because the same risk-taking spirit that once birthed Dexter doesn't exist anymore, right? If Dexter himself were pitching his story to Paramount today, they'd probably tell him to take a number behind Transformer 9. And this decision isn't just about one show. It's a signal to everything else on Paramount's slate. If Original Sin, with a built-in fan base, with major casting, with pre-renewal, can be tossed aside, what hope do smaller projects have? Think about shows like Yellow Jackets. Think about the spin-offs from shows like Billions. Prestige dramas with buzz, sure, but buzz doesn't always translate to mass audiences. See, when merger math takes over, even the shows with critical acclaim are on borrowed time. And that ripple, it doesn't just hit fans. It hits writers, directors, whole creative teams. Jobs vanish overnight because someone in a boardroom circled a line item in red ink. So yes, Dexter, Original Sin was killed, not because it was flawed, but because it didn't fit the corporate spreadsheet. And Resurrection, it'll probably succeed. It'll give fans what they want, and it'll make the merger look smart. But here's the real question. How many Original Sins are dying in boardrooms right now? How many stories that might have redefined TV are getting tossed aside because the numbers didn't add up? At what point does playing it safe stop being safe and start suffocating the future of television itself? Let me know in the comments, and for more industry insights, check out this video right here.